Welcome to the Dr. Jill Show. Today we're going to be talking about the Arab and the Israeli conflict. Now, Dr. Jill.
Thanks, Bev. Today we're going to be talking to an Israeli and an Arab citizen. Now let's give a warm welcome to Yasmin from Palestine.
Hello, thanks for having me.
There's a huge conflict going on right now in the Middle East. Tell us about it.
Well, Palestine has been our homeland for hundreds of years. Thousands of years ago, the Jews lived in Palestine but then got kicked out by the Romans. The Arabs slowly started moving into Palestine and have lived there ever since. After the Holocaust, the U.S. and the UN asked the Jews where they would like to be located for a homeland. The Jews answered with their Holy Land, which is Jerusalem. After the U.S. and the UN continued to place thousands of Jews back to Jerusalem, the Palestinians fought war to get their country back.
Now, you talk about this Palestine. What is it?
Palestine was what Israel was called before the U.S. and the UN changed it.
Thank you, Yasmin. And now a fact break.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will welcome Mary. She came all the way to Grundy Center just to talk with us and our audience about the Arab and the Israeli conflict. Did you know that Israel is the only nation on earth that inhabits the same land, bears the same name, speaks the same language, and worships the same God that it did 3,000 years ago? Do you guys have any questions? Back to you, Jill.
Thank you. And now let's give a warm welcome to Mary.
Thanks, Dr. Jill. It's a privilege to talk to you.
Now tell us your point of view on this conflict.
The Jews had the land first, and they lived there for thousands of years, and then they got kicked out for no specific reason while the Arabs were taking over the country and renamed it Palestine. And while that was happening, the Jews were being discriminated against.
The Romans kicked you out, not the Arabs.
Well, we still got kicked out for doing nothing, but at least the United States helped us. They are fighting a war in Iraq and Afghanistan because those countries are mad at the U.S. because they are helping us. Lebanon and Syria also hate the United States because they are helping us out by giving us $2.74 billion each year provided by the American taxpayers.
Now let's get your guys' opinion on a way to solve the problem. What's your peace plan?
I think that the U.S. and the UN should just leave Israel alone and let them solve their own problems.
The U.S. and the UN put us there, so they need to help and protect us.
What if we gradually cut off the money the U.S. gives Israel? Then we can support them, but not do all their dirty work?
But that's not the only problem. The Arabs and Israelis don't want to share a country.
Well, maybe we can combine governments or split the country. That's all the time we have today, folks. Thanks for watching the show, and don't forget tomorrow's show about the new fad in Europe, cats with afros.